Schools are beefing up security after police say a 6-year-old intentionally shot a teacher inside an elementary school there. But their ideas for how to make schools safer have created a divide among educators and parents. Our Elizabeth Holmes is in the studio with that story. Elizabeth?
Yes, students have not returned to Richneck Elementary yet, but tomorrow the school will get metal detectors. It's just one updated security measure, but it's one parents, staff, and even the Newport News police chief is unsure of. We do not know when Richneck Elementary students will return to school, but when they do, they'll have to go through a metal detector. That on top of a new security guard, a fully staffed office, and potentially clear backpacks. But parents wonder, is it worth it?
There was a child that reached out to me last week that was in that classroom because he's having nightmares every day. How are you going to tell me that a metal detector is going to make his nightmares go away? It's not.
Clear backpacks and walk-through metal detectors do not address the root cause of the issue.
Some researchers say metal detectors do no good.
It will make young people less safe. And we have evidence from young people in surveys that they do feel less safe. Hardening efforts can cause unintended harms and misdirect scarce resources.
We asked Newport News Police Chief what he thinks after responding to the shooting.
I don't know. I think that for me, the jury's still out. I would like to have a lot more conversation on school districts that use them or don't use them, looking at data and making sure we're doing a well thought out plan. But I understand also that people have fear, and perception of fear. How do we best address that? So that is a great question.
The alternatives? More counselors and behavioral specialists. But those come with a price. Educators are hoping Virginia lawmakers will fund by raising the state's cap on support staff for school districts.
By lifting the support cap, we would help to alleviate the challenges that schools face, around school staffing for mental health positions like social workers, school psychologists that are really needed now more than ever.
But Shane Riddle with the Virginia Education Association says blanket approaches to safety do not always save lives.
You allow that school threat assessment team to evaluate, to make decisions on whether it's best for that community to do things like whether they put metal detectors into the schools, or whether they hire more SRO officers or more school security officers, or, hey, it could be even canine units, right? With dogs that come into the school, searching for guns, things like that. But we believe at the VEA that this should be done at the local level.
Now, the police chief said investigators are still in the process of interviewing students about what happened that day. That part of the investigation is set to wrap up this week.